This is a follow-up video to that anime snob's conversation with me about hashtag educateanime, because I think a couple of things have to be cleared up, at least for me. First thing would be, I personally have no problem with the educate anime hashtag, since so far there's not really much out of it, so I give it a try and see what it's gonna be like, and then decide what my opinion is about it. The other thing is, Michael, go Jesus. I like you, and I do not stand for any negative things Rory said about you, and just to clear it up, you know. Okay. Now that is out of the way, there is one last thing like Rory. The podcast was like, not the podcast, but the conversation was kind of long, so he cut it out a lot of things, which is okay. I have no problem with that. But I think one of the things I mentioned wasn't in it anymore, and that's the idea of, I talked about the market and how you have to affect the market in order to get more of what you want, but I think there's another thing that wasn't in there anymore, and that was my approach to do it yourself. And I know people, it's really hard to make anime, but that's not the point. I'm not trying to say, hey guys, if you don't like anime that's out right now, just do it yourself, because no one can do that actually. But what people can do is actually write stories, make comics, make animations, whatever your skill gives you as an opportunity. So, I mean, I just take it as this example, okay? The guy who made Sword Art Online wrote a book. He wrote a light novel, and it was successful, and now we have anime out of it. He did not make the anime himself, all he did was write the book. And the book is terrible, and still it was created as an anime. So if you think you are a better writer, and you have better ideas, and you can make more educated things, and smarter, and without boobs, and harems, and all that nonsense, you just write a story, write a book, or write a light novel, or write a short story. And then try to, I don't know, if you're confident with it, and and a lot of people have read it or something, and you have some kind of platform for it, try to send it to a studio. Get in touch if you have the money, or like publish it or something. If you're a talented person in any kind of regard who could potentially affect the anime community, you should use that talent to create something. And that's my and if you can't do it, but you know someone who could, try to convince them. I think that is the big opportunity that something like Educate Anime has, that we can affect the minds of people with the resources or the talents to change the overall anime world, the production of new anime coming out. So that's actually all, but I think I want to add a little bit more. The last thing would be, I talked about being in Japan, so I've been to Japan for 2 weeks, the last 2 weeks actually, and I was in Osaka, Kyoto, and Tokyo. And while I was in Osaka and Tokyo, I've been to the anime harbors, Akihabara and so-called Denden Town, or I forgot the station name, something Bashi. Whatever, doesn't matter. So, and I've been to these stores, who sell manga and light novels and books and anime and fucking figurines and card games and everything, over 7 stores and shit. 7 stories, and one of the biggest thing I've seen there, I talked about the depressing state of moe and light novel adaptations and ecchi and hentai. Oh my god, there's so much hentai. Oh my fucking god, it's unbelievable. But the other thing was something called Love Life. I think you all know it, and if you've seen the sales for it, you would know already how popular it is. But that's an idol show made by Sunrise. Sunrise who made Gundam. And that's the best-selling nonsense right now in the medium. So just to think about it, something like Love Life, 6 or 7 cute girls singing, is the biggest seller right now. There was also One Piece, and I saw a lot of Cross, I guess, because it's new and the card game came out, and I bought a lot of these cards actually. Also, Attack on Titan a lot, and then there was a lot of advertisement for the visual novel adaptation, Fruit de la something, this just came out. It's made by 8-Bit. Forgot the full title, I have to look it up. So yeah, that's actually all I wanted to add. Uh, I hope you liked the discussion, and I just wanted to add some things that I felt were necessary to uh, make my personal point, and so that I stand out a little bit, because Rory can make his things, and he has his platform, and I just wanted to have my platform here and talk a little bit about what I had to say.